Mm-hmm. Yep. Knock this little Madden game out, man.
I know. I got the chance to stop Ram Killer from making the playoffs, man.
You
Folks
gonna
been
do it?
losing every game. I knew he's going. I looked at his schedule, bro. It was folks gonna lose down there all his games. You know, he was leading the division.
What's his record?
Get that out of here, dude. Shit, I think I don't know, like 9-5 or some shit. I can't remember. I really can't remember. I know I gave the Raiders to win, and shit, I gotta play the Chiefs whenever he ready. I'm a hard wire up when I play the Chiefs so I can blow his ass out. He pissed me off when he won that bullshit ass game.
Mm.
Get that. You can't catch, dog.
Yeah. I'm tired, man.
Are you gonna lose a game in this franchise, man?
Yeah, I done
In
lost
the
several
regular
of 'em.
season? In the regular season?
Let's see, I got J. Cole today, and then I got Chan after that. It's possible. Not today though. I ain't gonna lose one. I ain't gonna lose this one.
Right on, man.
This J. Cole some straight garbage. But Chan can potentially beat me though. I don't know. He ain't got his quarterback no more though.
I think Chan gonna get you in the playoffs, man. He said he was.
Nah, not without that quarterback.
Oh, Mariota, man.
Nah, Tyrod. He got a little 67, 57 speed quarterback back there sitting target.
Oh.
Boy, Chubb and Hunter gonna have a field day.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
So you gonna flip the injuries on and off real quick for him.
I don't even know how to do that jump.
Take off. Never mind. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna do it. Doesn't even matter. Dude. Hey, dog.
How you know how to do all this stuff, man?
But I still be. Well, I ain't been playing Madden, but you know, with my homie, it just be me and him in the franchise. We do the same division. We
No
do a
word.
couple trades, or we do a franchise or a fantasy, whatever. You know, turn rookies 20. You know, shit like that.
Yeah, I be on that old cheesy stuff.
I mean, it's just me and him, so it don't really matter.
I ain't mean
From
no
a city that's played
disrespect.
host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a
like,
look
you know,
inside the Mercedes-Benz
get like
Superdome in New
real
Orleans.
fantasy. You get to
Nothing
turn
like the fanfare of introductions to an
personal
NFL
offense
game,
and
and that
defense
was
age
in
to 20,
evidence a moment ago.
whoever that may be.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is
You be
upon
beating them
us.
in the
We've
Super
got
Bowl.
the gift of the NFL as we're underway
We
here
go
in
back.
Week
Well,
16.
like I said, the last
And
time
that'll
we
carry
played
over
a
the
while
back
back,
line of the end zone for a touchback.
yeah, he the one actually taught me how to do that little, run through the middle shit. But he be doing shit every time. That shit every pissing me off so much, bro.
Mm.
So fucking good. All right, dude, I'm done. Go ahead.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
But that Panthers usually may sneak one on
in terms of points scored in
He
the
said he
NFL.
feeling
So
dang.
when they're that high
That's what he
powered,
said.
you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the
I'm
magic
about to go
number.
put my
20-point score gives yourself
Mayfield pitch back
you
up
give
there,
yourself your
man.
best
Feeling
chance to
dang.
win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they
Feel
could be in some
dangerous
trouble.
in the
And I
wild.
think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means
Dude,
your
stop
offense has to
throwing
keep
the
pace.
thing, man. On my field. No, bro. No. No, bro. Say, man, I'm gonna talk to you guys, man. You guys be cool, man.
All right, big dog.
All right, man.
Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, the competition is who's going to get to the quarterback.
Oh, Chubb eating that joker up.
We just saw their first one of this game.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Chandler. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Touchdown, New Orleans. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
That's too easy, J. Cole.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Where did the paper go? I don't even know what she
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Chandler. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Chandler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now Newton on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for a
long time.
No doubt.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun! 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 Hey,
On first down, Chandler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set.
You done stop playing your games, big dog?
Throwing on first down, Chandler. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Oh, that's who you play?
And a nice gain of 21 yards. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal. Operating from the gun, Chandler. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's going to go up top, and this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Second and 10 now from the 27. Play action. It's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is St. Brown. And a loose football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Following the fumble recovery, Chandler. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Chandler. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Chandler. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Chandler. And this one is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Chandler. Caught by Nelson left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards.
Did they? Man, they...
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Yeah, that's... I disagree with that so much, bro. Folks just want to make an issue out of anything these days.
On to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Newton now to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Heck no.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think
that's the place where that fight was at.
After what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it now, Barney.
Operating from the gun. Chandler steps away to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Leopard! Over!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chandler. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Over!
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Over! Gun!
To throw on 3rd down. Chandler escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Newton on 1st down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Buying time. Now the ball comes loose, and the Panthers have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A.J. Green hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Can't tell me nothing.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no.
Rico Suave.
We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it
What
over.
happened in the mob,
takes it
dog?
down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those.
That ain't tomorrow, though.
on first down. Chandler. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Boy, special, man.
Throwing on first down. Chandler. Wide open receiver, complete. A good pickup there, 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2 yards the gain on the keeper at its second
he already got one name.
Makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. The first half is
who you think they're going to get, big dog?
And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns.
They really don't need no ball handlers, man. LeBron ain't trying to relinquish control like that.
Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Yeah, he'll be good for him probably.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play.
You don't like Jimmy Butler game?
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take
Jimmy was balling.
Now it's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And able to find Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Somebody forgot who they supposed to guard.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. So it's halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Looking to throw. Chandler. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. And got his man. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll run it with Mack. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that
Oh,
nature.
he don't
I'm
believe
also
it.
wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And
he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Newton. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Flush to his right. Throw right side of Perriman, and it's caught.
I guess so.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
All right, I got you.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10.
Oh, Chark just ain't going to come back, huh?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Go, 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 go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun, Chandler. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Mm-hmm.
To throw on second down, Chandler, and that'll be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Chandler forced out to his left.
That's a terrible throw, bro.
Third time. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
And why the freak you going by?
Well,
that's so stupid.
He's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season,
That's
because here we are in
Season of
December,
giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive
they
line
got
has done
that.
a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably
Don't
starting to
seem
get a
like they
little
slow.
frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism.
Yo, speed at
This is
33.
almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, Go back and find a Hall
What?
of Fame
What's his
quarterback and
archetype?
check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit
What is it?
interceptions on just about every one of them. They have
But he
to
probably
learn as they go
7'3".
along.
Like Anthony Davis is like what, 6'10",
The
6'11"?
Panthers now, as their offense comes back out onto the field, they are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
Nah, he don't move like a guard.
We always talk about it being a team game.
But he
and you need all
agile for a
11
big man,
working
that's
well
for sure.
together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things.
Man,
And
cut
I
it
think
out,
that's
J.
what they're
Cole.
looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Off play action. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Flush to his right.
You see it,
And
something.
this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18.
I'm sure that's definitely his mindset.
That time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see.
It's already done, big dog.
On the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught here by Griffin.
This dummy ran out of bounds. You a dummy.
That one will be accepted. Back
Huh?
now here live in New Orleans. And this
Nah,
is a
bro, I just
blowout
spectate.
so
I ain't no
far as we
fan
get
of
set
nobody.
For the 4th quarter, a very one-sided affair.
I'll leave that to y'all boys, man. Boy. I ain't no Raptors fan. I just predicted them to win.
Detroit!
Don't mean I'm a fan.
Looking to throw on second
Kawhi
down.
on the
Chandler.
way.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
I just felt like they were gonna win, man.
36 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with
I
the
won't
big
necessarily
lead.
say I was a fan though.
In a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Detroit!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump.
You trying to call me a bandwagon
but
fan
think
or something,
about your
bro?
play calling now could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Nah, I just
So
make
now
predictions
from
for the
half
series,
distance
man. That's
closer,
all.
Here's 1st and goal.
That don't mean it's my team.
From the gun, Chandler. Dancing to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it
Why did you
falls
stop?
incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line.
Nelson,
down.
you
Surprised
a
that wasn't
dummy.
a run.
I I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints are pouring it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Newton. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Say 180, 180. Get on the quick right here. Express.
Out of the gun, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Great. Gun.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
36. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Chandler, throw left side, complete. That's Perkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive the coach crazy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun on third down, Chandler.
Oh, I missed you.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bernardrick McKinney in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. On fourth down, Chandler. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. So Newton and the Panthers come up now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's really it.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know their playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Panthers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Newton. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw on second down is Newton. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Newton throwing again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. The Saints offense
stat game.
onto the field.
Yeah, that's J. Cole.
They had the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Gone!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
They fighting again.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys,
that's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Chandler flush. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 2nd down, here's Newton.
Oh my gosh, he had a dude wide open. He ain't seen. Why both of y'all go with him?
Seconds left.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. One last throw here for Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try again next week at home against